Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And the latest power rankings. We're still in December, but we are starting to see things take shape in the NBA. You take a look at the home team. They're hanging in there at that same fifth spot and hoping to climb higher.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they're sitting tight in the number 3 spot, one of the league's elite teams, with every right to be confident no matter who they face.
Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's G in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's the Wizard in at the point. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, BA, and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
Here's Goose. Pass to the Wizard. Here's T. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the natural. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Money. Pass to DJ. To the right side. Here's Easy Breezy. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Here's the Wizard. Here's Goose. And he sinks the 11-footer. Here's DJ. Pass to Money. Here's G. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. Here's the natural. Here's the pick. There's the triple. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. Here's Money, guarded by Rose. Money misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Rose outside. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Gone 1 for 3 so far. Money, pass to G. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Back to Rose. 6 to shoot. Pass to Goose. It's picked off. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Now here's Anderson. Here's Money, guarded by Rose. Here's G. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Pass to the natural. Fires for three. Rose can't connect. Gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. And here's Anderson. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Easy Breezy. The three-pointer off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's the Wizard. Still without a bucket. Pass to Goose. And with some time here, let's see which teams have been terrors in transition over the last month of play.
And lately, they've not only been forcing turnovers, but capitalizing on them on the other end, hustling hard to convert every time.
Gone 0 for 2 from outside. 1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Here's the Wizard. Pass to Chambers. Here's the Wizard. Oh, got a piece of it. And here comes the break. Here's G. And he dunks it down.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Pass to Chambers. To stop the drought. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Pass to T. Here's the natural. Shot clock at 6. Here's T. No made baskets yet. He takes it in. Here's Money. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
The natural passes to the Wizard. Out to the right wing. Pass to T. Out to the right wing. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul. At the line for 2, number 44.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Second free throw, no good. From deep three-point land. And that's not going to go. And that does it for the first quarter. They lead by 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
And it's the Cobra in at the 5. Pass to Money. The 3. Knocks down the long J. Money's got 5 now.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
To the inside. Cruz can't hit. Shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Here's Money. Now here's Anderson. Here's DJ. Back to Anderson. Pass to Money. No good on the triple.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute to play. The natural. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And this is a tough time of the season, Grant. A few months in with a few months to go.
Yeah, B.A. You know, for the players, this is when they start to feel the grind of the regular season. A lot of the guys are dealing with nagging fatigue or mental weariness.
Puts up a 3. Easy breezy misses. Here's Chambers. No points yet. Here's the natural. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Here's Money. He's got 5. Pass to DJ. Here's Easy Breezy. Down low. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's DJ. Here's Money. Last game for him, he had 14. It's Anderson on the wing. Pass to DJ. Here's Easy Breezy. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. This season, new broadcasting deals are kicking in for the NBA. Commissioner Silver said we dramatically increased the number of primetime broadcast exposures to a level almost unthinkable from my early days in the league. In fact, the NBA is now set for basically nightly national broadcasts. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Here's the Wizard. Still no points. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Pass to DJ. Here's Easy Breezy. Here's DJ. His last outing, he had 24 points.
The bounce pass right on the money. Great setup.
Gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Easy Breezy. Tips it. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Kicks it out to Anderson. Pass to DJ for 3. Buries it from 3. DJ's got 8.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
Here's the natural. Chambers, the pass to the waiter. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Goose. Baseline try. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5.
This has not been his quarter so far. He needs to find a way to get going here.
Here's the Cobra. And here's Anderson. Three-pointer. Rebound by the natural.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Right wing. And there's a 3-second violation.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Money, guarded by Rose. Here's Money. That three's off the mark. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Up by 15. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Make some noise and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Run wall. That's very enough to shot. One more time, a round of applause.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part in the dunk contest. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything.
Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsorship. Everybody wants the big Diesel stamp of approval.
Shaq, you ever think of doing any pro bono work? I've got a neat spot that I think you'd be perfect for.
Where's that restaurant at?
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the visiting team.
Coaches preach this over and over again, and Shaq knows this well. Take care of the ball, and they internalize that.
Yeah, on the other hand, the defense will let them stay comfortable.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Shooting only 39% so far in the game. And it's T in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. To the middle. Here's G. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Here's T. He's scoreless. The shot, no good. Here's Money. Pass to DJ. Here's Money, guarded by Rose. Easy breezy misses. Shooting just 21% from the floor. Here's the Wizard. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to T, and there's the screen. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point land. G with a rebound.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
And he hits the first of 3. Good on the second one. And he nails the third. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Pass to T. Here's the Wizard. Rose up top. Just 5 to shoot. T passes to Rose. Sinks the tray. Rose has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Rose has gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Pass to Easy Breezy. Here's G. Here's DJ. He's got 11. Pulls it from 20. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. DJ's got 13.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And the Wizard gets it to go.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
Pass to Money. Here's Easy Breezy. Here's DJ. 13 points in the game. To the paint. The steal. Here's the Wizard. Inside. Here's the natural. Pass to Rose. Stolen by Anderson. And they're on the run. Oh, powered down with both hands.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Commissioner Silver talked about health, and he said that some of the injuries that our young players are experiencing are overuse injuries. In earlier eras, players in school participated in different sports depending on the season. He said perhaps a return to that approach is warranted. Brian?
Interesting thought. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Pass to T. Here's the natural.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. DJ. Three-pointer, no good. Gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Now here's Rose. Defense right on him. The natural passes to T. Here's the natural. Over to the left wing. Here's Goose. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. DJ passes to the Cobra. Here's DJ. Launches it from deep. Can't get it to drop. Here's T. Anderson covers. Pass to T. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to the wing. Dives for it. Here's the natural. An absolute bomb from three-point range. The Natural's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Here's Money. 5 points in the game. Pass to DJ. To the middle. Here's G. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Here's the Wizard. And there's a pick. Here's Goose. No good on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Up by 12. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And it's G in at the 5 spot. Pass to T. The 3 is up. He drops it from range. T's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Money. Here's the Cobra. DJ passes to G. And Goose pulls it down. Goose has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to the Wizard. Here's T. Anderson covers. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First team foul. At the line for 2, number 41.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. Shooting just under 40% from the field. Pass to DJ. Launches a 3. And Goose pulls it down. Goose has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Here's the Wizard. Here's T. 5 on the clock. No good from outside.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Anderson for 3. He buries it from 3.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Here's the Wizard. Pass to Goose. Rose outside. Pulls up. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Here's DJ. Praise the triple.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Rose. Here's Goose. Rose outside. 3-pointer. T with a bucket. T's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Money. Pass to Easy Breezy. Here's G. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Rose. From deep. That misses.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside, Anderson. Here's DJ. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Here's the Wizard. Shoots a 3. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
There's a screen. It's tipped. All by himself. Jumps up. And he pummels the iron. Bookends the break.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring up.
Now here's Anderson. Now here's Rose. He's covered closely. And the 3 misses. Gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. 1:03 left to play in the 4th quarter. The triple drops.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Can't hit it.
Well, that's part of his role. With great size, they rely on him to help control the board.
Nope. We've got 33 seconds left in the game. He launches. The putback. Oh, it doesn't go. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Here's Money, guarded by Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, the shot misses. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a
let's meet your home team. Starting at small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 42, Rook. At point guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 7. Number 7. The other forward, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 34. Tyler, number 34. Starting at center, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 29, Austin Davis. The other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 36, number 36. Your head coach, once again, your home team.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Davis. Big Dog is out there with the great one. Then it's G. So, Greg, with all-star voting underway, there are plenty of deserving players, but only 12 spots for each conference. It is very difficult to choose.
And that's why it feels like someone gets snubbed every year. I'd love to see the league expand the rosters to... spots. Remember, we had 12-man rosters back when there were only 9 teams.
Here's Big Dog. Pass to the great one. Hands it from downtown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's the doctor. They set the pick. Now here's Mills. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Big Smooth. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him. And he said, we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Kevin, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Here's Big Smooth. Mills with it. Pass to Big Smooth. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Out to the right wing. Pass to the great one. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Davis. Here's the doctor. Last time out he had 13 points. Over to the wing. Here's the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. No doubt Jaylen Brown is one of the most gifted isolation scorers in the league right now, Doris.
He is one of those guys, Kevin, that you do not want to be defending on an island. Jaylen Brown is an elite athlete, but he is also a 3-level scorer, which makes him almost impossible to handle.
Here's Big Smooth. Pulls up on the wing. No good that time.
Boy, they're slow to get it going here tonight. Just 1 for 4 to start.
Covered by Mills. Pass to Roach. And here is Davis. Here's Big Dog. Right wing. The 3. Buries it from 3-point range. 6 points for the great one.
Some shooters might overthink a wide open shot. Not this guy.
Now here's Mills. They set the pick. Here's Big Smooth. Oh! Goodness. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Outside, Davis. Pass to Big Dog. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
It's an 8-point differential. Now Mills. Here's the doctor. Pass to Mills. 5 to shoot. Big Smooth. And it's off from 3-point range. Gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Big Dog. Still yet to score. The great one passes to Big Dog. Here's the great one. For 3. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Here's the doctor. Pass to Big Smooth. From past the arc. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Roach. Last game he had 10 points. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Takes it off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Drives to the hoop. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
At the line for 1, number 7.
1 shot.
Second attempt doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Up 9. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's the great one. Off target at the rim. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Here's Perez, still without a basket. It's good from long range.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
The great one's gone 4 of 8 from the field. Pass to Big Smooth. To the inside. Right block shot. Uses the glass to drop it in.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Roach. Pass to the great one. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. There's a screen. Oh, that one, no question, powered it down.
Defensive foul. That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Davis is checked in for G. On the free throw, no good. And Doris, I heard a famous coach talking about, quote, the human nature things that a team has to beat before they even get on the court. Can you talk about that?
Oh, Kevin, it's such a great point. So, for instance, is the team in it collectively? Do they care who's getting the shots, the rebounds, and the attention from the media? Or are they about the team and collective success? Human nature is a part of this.
Big dog, the pass to Davis. Pass to the great one. Nailed from three-point land. The great one's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Big Smooth from the wing. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's the great one. 15 points in the game. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
Pass to the doctor. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Deflects the pass. Here's Big Smooth. He's got 6. Out to the right wing. Off target with his 3.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Here's the great one. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right. GA seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Pass to Big Dog. Here's Perez. Out left to the wing. Here's the great one. Gets the three-pointer to fall. The great one's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. .102 left here in the second.
Can't Doesn't get it to drop. Made 3. Missed 2 from the field.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Davis sets a screen. Here's the great one. And that one is hammered home.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
To the middle. Pass to Big Smooth. To the right side. From downtown. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Big Dog to the left side wing. The Great One with the bucket. The Great One's got 27 points. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close.
Your home team
leading by 17. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge.
If they watch film, they knew this was coming. It was like the storm rolling in just surprised them.
Yeah, it's hail in threes, and there's nowhere to run for cover. And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we might be seeing in the dunk contest this year.
High flyers, every single one. But the truth is, creativity is the special sauce.
And voters can't really judge that without knowing what they're going to see. Competition-level dunks are kept secret. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
They've got G. Great one out there with Big Dog. And there's Davis. That's the groove starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Big Smooth. No good on the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's the doctor. Nothing on the board. Pass to Big Smooth. Three-pointer. That shot off.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
It's blocked. Connects on the 17-footer. Big Smooth got 8 points.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The new collective bargaining agreement is pushing parity. Commissioner Adam Silver said teams are realizing that there are real teeth in those second apron provisions. The goal was to put all 30 teams in a better position to compete. I think we're on our way to doing just that. Back to you.
Leveling the playing field. Thanks for the update, Allie. Here's the doctor. To the wing on the left. Here's Big Smooth. Lets a floater go. Snatched away. One-on-one here. Here's the great one. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's the doctor. No good on the three.
Boy, a brutal start to the half. 1 for their first 5 attempts.
Here's Big Dog. Drops it in from 11 feet.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Big Smooth. Here's the doctor. 3-pointer. And he's good on the 3-ball. The doctor's got his first 3 points of the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort.